So we've got a Worcester Bosch here. Pressure keeps going high. Quite a new one, 18 months old. So we're going to strip it down and see what's going on.
Let's go to work.
I've disconnected the filling loop. Just going to check that, make sure there's no water coming through. It seems pretty dry at the moment. You never know. So now I'll just check the expansion. Undo the cover. Cover off. So I've got a whole load of writing on here. That sounds like it's empty. Okay, 20th of the 7th, 18. So we'll attach this on here, drain out the top, see how quick that drops. So that's it draining down. Okay. I do, because I always do this just in case, so I'll just move the motor. There you go. Just make sure. So we've now got no pressure in the system. Pressure gauge on. Let's check the pressure. Okay, you got 17 psi. Just see what the pre-charge is supposed to be. 0.75. Well, that's 1.1, so that for me a little bit too high. 12.5. Worcester Bosch leak control kit back on. 12.5 psi, and this is March. So I need to cut a space out for Magna Clean. And unfortunately this pipe work is super tight, so I'll try and do this without. Now I've got space. It's just an initial thing of getting that space in there. Fitting Magna Clean 2. This is what comes. This goes on here. That's the section of pipe out. Put to go on. So pull this out, drop that on. Just want to make sure it makes sense to me. That goes in there, that goes there. And then when you push that up, I was going to push it into the right place there. There you perfect. Completely pop that back on. You did square, and then tighten them on. That's that bit done. Pull that off. This goes on there. Check that's in there. Pop that on there. Push back, and then back to the side. Wait till you hear the click. That's it. Wait, there you go. What a load of shit this stuff is. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. It's pretty clean to me. Tiny bit of dirt. Okay, so I have to strip this down every time, and it's got an O-ring in there. So that goes back in there. Yep. This is my kit for Powerflushing. What you're after is this, to fit into the O-rings position there. So that's our fittings on there. So now we can adjust that backwards. So loosen it, you feel it against it, which is there pretty much straight away. That's it, done. 3/4. Attach that to either either the flow or the return. Not sure if this will go on. Bit short. This will. This goes on there. Top one. Now when you put this on, it could try and turn the thread. That should be us. Straight up to here. That's pretty much the power flushing machine connected. There's a little trick. So we put this on. And if I remember rightly, it's down as what I'm doing here is I'm filling up the machine. It's making the water for the washing machine, so we're just putting a line there, 3/4. That's it. Filling it up. Last checks. So we've got the valves open underneath. We've got that connected. Got this in one section. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just leave it in the mid section and it's open both ways. We've got water going back out there. What we'll do is we'll just take this out. We'll just put down there. What we would have, put a bit of that on just for the minute, just in case. We're ready to go. Turn it on and check. You're looking for leaks now. Straight away you're looking for leaks everywhere. Yeah? You want to make sure there's no leaks in it. So that's successful. There's no leaks on that. And I can already hear it. So clearly here you can see we're power flushing this pushed off. And we've got the lever in the lower position, so that's just in the central heating at the moment. So you can physically hear it. It's rushing through there. And then one by one, you'll turn them off. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll completely remove the heads if it's super warm, because then that way it doesn't interact with it. But in this case it's quite cool today, so I don't need to. So that's that one set. So I can physically hear that open, and that's rushing through there. So that's that one. And then you go to the next one. You go to the next one, turn that one on, and then turn this one off. We don't want the diverter to shift over if there was any dirt into it, into the plate to plate. So I clean the main guts of it, which is the central heating, which is more chances of all of the dirt being there. If you leave that in the mid position, there's a good chance that you get the dirt from the central heating in the plate at the back, and then you'll have to sort that out. Waste would ordinarily go, and that's that safe. Yeah. So, over that. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, turn the water on, so now I can. So what you'll do is you'll open this, you'll then dump the water down the other side. So now it's going down there. And clearly you want to make sure that that's draining away, it doesn't back up, because if it does back up, you're in trouble. Yeah? So keep your eye on that. And whilst you're at it, you need to keep your eye on the level of here. So you need to be multitasking here. You need to make sure there's no leak there, no leaks there. You haven't left any bleeding points open, and that generally you're safe water-wise. No water coming out of anywhere. Otherwise, this tends to go wrong very quickly. When this load comes down to here, you're almost out of water. So we're looking for a nice clear mixture in here. This one. So that's open. And then we close the other. So the one that we've just been doing, which is the furthest away, we'll close that. Close that. So now we're flushing just this one. Honestly? Oh yeah, I can tell. Nah. Nah. Well, that's the colour of the water now that I've got going through one of the radiators. If it changes, it's fresh water. So it's completely crystal clear. So that's what colour the water will be when I finish. And then what we'll do is add the inhibitor as much as you can do. The reason why they want the system Powerflush is because they're saying that there was traces of aluminium and various other chemicals. So all I can do is give them fresh water, add inhibitor, and that's as much as you can do. After that, it's down to them to resolve, but that's as much as...
What they said, so,
yeah. In my experience, the issues generally come from possible installation error, dirt in the system, but clearly, you know, there wasn't dirt in the system. They know that this is an irritating job if they have to change the part. I've dropped the pressure in the vessel, which is what I always stick it to on these boilers, and then after this it's a question of you monitoring what the pressure is. I'm only up the road, you'll just phone me and say, listen, it's changing again, and let me know, and if I'm driving past I'll pop in and have a quick look. So long as there's no way of any more water getting into there, in theory that pressure shouldn't go up. If it goes down, it's because it's either leaking from outside, yeah, because that's part of the system. If it leaks outside, then the pressure naturally will drop
it leaks outside.
through that pipe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't do after this. No. If it's still leaking, then the only thing is that there's crack behind that seal, in which case they need to change it. Either them or the person that installed it needs to change it, because it shouldn't have been like that. I'd be very surprised if there's crap behind it, because this is crystal clear. Yeah. It's very difficult when you're caught in warranty issues, because ultimately the manufacturer expects the installer originally to have done a certain procedure. I'm very surprised they didn't fit filter on this, just for the sake of...
They didn't even mention it actually. It was never mentioned on the quote or the Powerflush wasn't mentioned either.
Okay, so you can see here, this is pretty clean. Yeah, pretty darn clean. Just to prove how clean it is. How clean do you get your Powerflushes? Not bad. Take this apart, take our fittings off here, put them into the machine. Okay, should be okay here. No electrical stuff below it, so they go in there. So I get the old pump back. Same kind of thing, just taking this off. As I said before, the length of these are critical, because sometimes you can bottom these out so you can actually push the insert. There's a brass insert. Shouldn't be too much water in there. Take the O-ring, and that is out. Your O-ring on there. Take off a couple of fittings. Yep. So it's got a horseshoe that goes in there. Plastic bit there, yeah. Stays in there, clips that in. And we need this one here, so we do that one in a second. Put in there. It's important you get used to not tightening them up. Clearly that needs to go back in, so push and hold the back of it, or you could snap it off. That's clipped in, so that's going to go there, and you need to get something to lever that up a little bit. There we go, push that up, push that in, yep. Then put the leak-in cover on. Well done. Just draw any little bits. I say, wasn't very dirty, was it? This one was all about the fact that chemical in there, the acid and the flux. Worcester Bosch have asked for this to be fitted, so that's what we're going to do. This won't take all of this in one go, it'll take most of it. So we'll have to do this a couple of times. Okay, so that's number one. Just add some water. Turn it on. Okay, that's 22. Okay, so that's fired up. Yep, I can feel the heat coming out. Put this stuff away while that circulates round. Just a couple of minutes. It's intelligent thinking, isn't it? Look, where would you put the bleed valve? Honestly, where would you put the bleed valve? More language. God, make our job a bit harder. Why don't you? I'll put it to what I always set these at, 55.